you want a nifty looking PC like mine, check out Ironside, link in the description. You get a 5% discount with my code as well. In this episode of the Mears Survival Series, we put fuel in the new large monument, ride a horse, like a lot, and place some landmines.
Yeah, come on, mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king, and my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts, don't forget your dreams cause they'll get you through this.
You guys are disgusting. You literally just want one thing, and I'm happy to give it to you. We only needed 2,000 likes to get the video out today, and we're close to 3,000 already. It's insane. One more thing before we get into the video. Rahib. It was late at night, very late. This is past the time that your mum's telling you to go to bed. Your mum's already in bed, that's how late it is. I decided to go around roaming with the AK and turn our small amount of loot into lots of loot. I found a large furnace that was active, but there was no one nearby. So I continued searching, going far and wide around the map, until I heard... Now that sweet, seductive noise of a raid going on was too enticing, and I immediately started heading over. As I approached, I noticed a small 2x2 which I assumed to be the raided base. And then I heard a shot to my right, and identified a much bigger base. Now at this point in time, I assumed that this is where the raiders lived, and they were just clearing out a small base in their area. I had absolutely no idea what I was up against here, so I figured I may as well find out how many of them there are. Fortunately for me, they were gathering some wood right next to me. And then, silence. No retaliation. I thought, good, I'm gonna get this set of gear and get out of it. So now I know there's 3 of them, and I was never going to beat him from this position, so it was time to get out of there. I investigated what I thought to be the raided base, and that's when I realised there's a good chance this base hasn't been raided, and that means the raiders are still trying to do their raid. And the only reason to hang around, and no explosions going off, they've run out of boom boom. So let's see if we can pick them off. But these guys weren't having any of it. And then, all of a sudden, I look around the corner, and there they all are. I'd failed, I hadn't countered the raid, and I'd lost our only AK. But for some strange reason, I felt a calling. I had to go back to that base. I had to see what was going on. Why did they hang around for so long? Did they finish the raid? And this is where we meet Patricia, the gorgeous black stallion. I charged towards the raid, knowing full well they wouldn't be there, but I needed to know, is the raid finished? Can I still rob some loot? Fortunately, they left a ladder, so it was pretty easy for me to get in and out, but this also made me think they haven't got the TC yet. And upon further examination, it turns out no, they hadn't finished the raid, and there was no time to lose. I knew they'd be back, but clans, they're slow, sluggish. All 3 of them have to get meds and ammo and depot loot and organise the base. By the time they come back, I'll be in and out and gone. I was home in a matter of minutes. I researched the bean can and made as many as I could, and off I went straight back to where the raid was. I rode like the wind, and absolutely nothing was I rode like the wind. I rode like the wind, and absolutely nothing was going to be able to... Patricia! The door was down, and this is the moment of truth. Did they finish the raid? Had they juked me by putting a damaged door on? It seemed like we were good. I didn't have TC yet, and I didn't know what to do with all this loot. And then, it hit me. Between the bed, the TC, all the double barrels, I just needed to get a small base down near here that I could use as a front to fight from if they came back. I grabbed everything good and got just out of line of sight of the base and started constructing a little 2x1. I didn't have a pickaxe, so wood would have to do. With my inventory depoted and the little base secure, I went back to grab the last of the scraps and evaluate what I was going to do next. Getting the best loot back to my main base was my priority, because I needed to profit as I'd already lost an AK. So I whacked some mines around with the wooden base, jumped on Patricia, and rode home as fast as I could. With a bunch more bean cans, it was time to go and finish off this raid. I could almost envision the route out of my base, down the hill, follow the river mouth up to the launch site and curve around. Make sure I don't get seen by Bradley, and then do an all-out sprint straight up to the raid base. And it was at this moment that I really, really wish I had satchels. Then the guys I counter-raided piped up in chat, and it turns out the reason they're not here is because they went to do cargo. And now that they're done cargo, they're on their way back. I had to get into this base, I had to get TC, and I needed to get secured right now. What? A bolty in here? Explosive ammo, bolty, rocket launcher, frickin' diesel for the extractor. This base had everything. There was tons more scrap in the TC, and as soon as it was down, I started making a sheet metal door and a code lock, and then I had a bit of a realization. These guys cannot get their hands on all this loot. And I'm not leaving all of this in a wooden base. I was positive that I could get home in 2 minutes flat. Depot and come straight back. If they broke in now, I didn't care because I had everything good. Come on, Patricia, we've got to get home. I knew the route so well now, I didn't even have to look at the map. I was home in 2 minutes, and I was straight back out that door. The raiders had come back and found the door that we'd placed. Now, they didn't know it was me that placed it. They said it was as if a ghost had been there, done the raid, and disappeared with everything. In and out, like a ghost. Now we'd achieved our name, it was time to make sure they didn't get a single scrap. I arrived with mere moments to spare. In my haste, I didn't even place a TC down. I didn't want to wait the 30 seconds to craft it, and it's a good thing I didn't, because I would have been caught. Now that I had TC access, I went about adding some extra doors, moving the shotgun trap, and then I heard something outside. It was one of the clan members, but I think he was alone. But now they knew that it was me, and I was in. I moved some of the major materials into the spare base, and split the guns relatively evenly so I could fight from both bases. This wasn't about the raid loot anymore. I wanted my AK back. And I knew there were 4 of them in total, but I didn't care. And as if right on cue, I heard them all slowly jumping and creeping around above me. Damn, 4 of you, and you're still like playing so sweaty and quiet. You guys are nervous.
No, I'm different.
What? I thought you guys could take me easy, but now I'm not so sure. 1 down, 3 to go. Is that my AK?
No. Yours is that base.
Oh, whereabouts is that base? Ah, go on. I'm only one guy. What am I gonna do?
Just wondering if
Loads of it, mate. Shit tons. I hope you brought your own ladders, though. We'll not be providing that. Two down. I waited a minute and then did the maths in my head. There's 4 sets of gear available and only 2 guys that I've got to kill. I whacked a ladder down and jumped straight out. But as soon as they heard the ladder, they started running. I pushed hard because these guys seriously outranged me. This was it. I finally had them on the run. I was going to follow them back to base, find out where they live, and then make sure I finish off this raid and get the rest of the loot. I decided to quickly depot some stuff in my base. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh. And they were outside immediately. What a retard. You guys are really messing things up for me right now. I had a whole plan, and then I ran over my own landmine like a dumbass. I'll tell you what, put the loot back. Put the loot back, and I'll let you leave. This is fine. This is fine. You can work with this. They retreated with my loot set, and honestly, I I didn't care. I gained so much from this raid. I just wanted to get the last scraps out of here, but I wasn't done with the raid. There was still a garage door that I wanted to get through because I thought there might be a bunch more loot behind it. I got home and rushed over to the excavator. We need to finish that raid pretty urgently. I don't want anyone else trying to nick it. Killing the scientists was the easy part. Ow. I had absolutely no idea how the excavator worked. Oh, here we go. And honestly, I was expecting just mounds of sulfur. Oh, snap. Thought 1 diesel fuel, yeah, I'll get at least like 500-600 sulfur. I know it's going to take ages to figure out, but it'll be worth it for the video. Yes. 13 sulfur ore. Holy crap. 26. I got 26 sulfur from... It was just a complete waste of my time. I ended up having to farm a bunch of sulfur, which was pretty easy because there was still loads of nodes in the area, and I crafted a bunch more bean cans. That, combined with the explosive ammo I got earlier from the raid, was enough to get the final garage door down. Ouch. Please be loot, please be loot. Oh no. Actually... It's okay, we've got a decent amount of metal. This is where our story ends. Obviously we get home safely with the loot, and all is good on the server. Balance has been restored on this day. I did try and raid these guys, and although it went terribly. There was a little bit in the beginning where I kept headshotting them, but it was terrible. Nothing worked out, so I'm not going to bother uploading that. But back to the whole like situation. I'm sure you're saying, Max, this video is coming out very late at night. I just didn't expect to get 2k likes, and I've been working on this video all day. I'm sorry it's so late, but I got it done as quick as I possibly could. That being said, there will not be a video tomorrow, but if this video gets to 3,000 likes, I will give away 2 Rust game keys in my next Rust video. But Max, the last video got to nearly 3,000 likes. Yeah, well, if we get to 4,000 likes, I'll give away 4 Rust copies. 3,000 likes, I give away 2. 4,000 likes, I give away 4. All you have to do to enter this is leave a comment on the video. I'll be picking 2 or 4 comments completely at random next week. I want to thank you all very, very much for watching this Max Mears Survival Series episode. If you're not subscribed, make sure you sub. You don't want to miss out on the fantastic content that's coming out. As always, a huge shout out to my patrons. You guys help me out beyond what I could ever expect from anyone. And as always, have fun, guys.